Hey folks, it's Tommy the Antique Catfishing. Kind of been out of pocket just a little bit last week or so. Had some issues we've been working out, and had a good friend that passed away unexpectedly, and it just seemed like it's been one thing after another, but y'all know how that is. That don't always leave no never mind, no excuses not to be making videos about something. We're getting ready tonight. Lord, we have been running crazy this evening, trying to get stuff together and get ready for these little catfish tournaments that we get in here local. I'll show you a little bit about what I'm doing, what I'm using. Try to move all this around the house without breaking everything. A lot of my stuff's older stuff. Like this rod here, for example, is an old Shimano. What does that say? Shaguro. S-A-G-U-A-R-O. I guess that's how you say it. Anyways, medium heavy. It's been doing me good for quite a while. About a 6, 8, 7 foot rod. Got a Daiwa Baitcaster Millionaire 2. Now I don't know how long these Millionaire 2 Daiwa reels have been around. One of y'all can tell me that. But we've been having some pretty good luck with it. As long as it keeps doing me good, I'll keep using it. I've got 30 pound. This for the first time I've been able to try this. It's the Whisker Seeker 30 pound catfish line. Trying it out this weekend, tomorrow, in this little tournament. This one here right now, current hasn't been too awful bad on us where we've been getting that, so I'm hoping it won't be tomorrow. So I've got it started out. Got a 2 ounce no roll. I'll probably bring that up to a, what do you call that, Versa rattle between a couple little beads down to a barrel swivel. Now, when the ones I do them, where's my line at? Well, I'm going to run off of them. I'm going to run a 50 pound leader, which is a trilene. You see that? Trilene, 50 pound mono leader off of this one. And just with a, y'all excuse me, I'm just having a time tonight. It ain't really a peg float, but it's about the closest thing I've got to a peg float right now. That to kind of help hold my weight up off my bait up off the bottom a little bit. Not really a Santee Cooper rig, but I've got some that I'm gonna do with an actual Santee Cooper rig. I've got some I'm just gonna let them sit on the bottom. I got some I'm gonna try to fix up with just I may even let one or two free line. Just have to see what happens. What I do is I'm going to stretch them out. Probably stretch about maybe 16, 18 inches line here. Probably about 16 inches off this swivel. And I had done a little thing a little while back, about a week ago, on some Catfish Busters hooks that was sent to me. Well, I'm going to try these hooks out. I'm going to start out with an 8/0 and just work my way on up. I got 10 rods I'm fixing up. And we've got 8, 9, 10, and 12/0 hooks that I'm using. These are circle hooks. If I can get everything set right here, you can tell they are offset. I actually like it better strong shank. They're not a real thin shank. They only are round shank. It feels round to me anyway. But you cut me off a piece of line and see what kind of a mess I can make here at the table tonight. I ain't got teeth, so I have to use scissors anymore. Can't bite that line. That 50 pound leader line is kind of hard to cut anyway. I always like to snell. When I can, I like to snell my hooks. The And when a lot of people do things different ways, I do them the same way as a lot of people. I don't know. Run my line from front of the hook through the eye into the back. And I always go counterclockwise. If you notice that hook right there, get that line out of there where you can see something. There is a, if I can get it turned the right way, right there you can see where the hook is not welded back to itself. This 50-pound leader line, it don't do it near as much as some of the lighter, smaller leader line would. But you don't want your line getting caught in that groove. One, it can break your line or cut your line. Two, it could even make your line just slip right through it. So I always mark, wait, pay attention where it is, and I turn that gap towards me. Hold it in my left hand, turn that gap towards me, and I wrap it counterclockwise. Oh, probably 8 or 10 times. And I do try to keep a little tension on that line. Run a line back through the eye, this time from the back of the hook through to the front. And then pull her tight. Oh, she senses down there nice. Ow, that barb was sharp. Some people, and I've seen this done, I've actually done it a time or two myself, and I do like the idea about it, but sometimes I just don't take time to do this. But you can tie a knot right in the end of your line right here, and that just gives that little extra safety to keep that from pulling up, that line from pulling up through the back through there. Now if you get that in there and done up right, let's see if it goes like it should. That line should just turn and catch somewhere right there. Turn and catch where to catch that fish right in the corner of the mouth. Should catch that fish just doggone about every time. Whoop, look at there. I just had my hands down too low. Lay it up there. Get up there and see, look. Tink. Catch that fish right in the corner of the mouth and bury it in there. There's some pretty sharp little hooks right there. Catfish Busters, 8/0 offset circle hooks. He sent them to me, so I'm gonna try to use them. I'm gonna try to use them this weekend. Lord have mercy, I hear that dog out there getting in my garbage. I'm gonna have a dog to give away before long. He don't quit doing that. I usually try to catch about 4 fingers in between the hook and the it's like me, it's a fat little peg float tonight. You try to catch about 4 fingers. You can put them ever how much you want into them, but it just all depends on how high you want to float your bait. You can adjust it back towards the swivel and let that bait saunter down even more if you wanted to. I like it being up a little bit closer. That's just my preference. Usually sometimes I will try to put a Palomar knot onto the swivel. Other times when I'm doing like this with the peg float and all, I'll just use a old-fashioned clinch knot. Twist it up about 7 or 8 times. Run it, and if y'all can see it, I don't know if you cannot run it through the loop there by the swivel. That makes us another loop up here. Run that tag line back through it. Pull it up and cinch them both down. Cinch knot, cinch. Cinch it down. Cut my tag line off. Alright. There's my weight. Little versatile rattle. I probably got closer to 18-20 inches line right there. But these older rods don't always have the little tab or the little extra eyelet down close to the reel for you to catch your hooks in. And I do not, because of, where are you at? Some rods, and even this one here, let's say this one here has got the little insert in the eyes. Do not catch that hook inside that eye right there like that. What do you see? Do not put there. I would try to catch it on the wire underneath the eye. And I do not winch down on it to try to bend the rod over, nothing like that. I'll just wrap the line around at a time or two and lock the sinker in by flipping it once through the line. And there, that one's ready to go. I really don't know how we're gonna fare out this year, Lord have mercy. I'm tired. I'm getting my tang tumbled up. I really don't know how we're gonna fare out tomorrow, because all the floods at the first of the year. Pickwick Lake, Pickwick Dam, one of the primary areas for catching skipjack around this area, was just about totally destroyed. And we haven't been able to get down in there. What I was told is they just, like either the last couple of days, have opened up a portion of the catwalk to where you can get in there to try to catch some off the catwalk. I haven't heard, I don't know for sure, but I don't think they got the boat ramp open up yet. Last I was told about it, the boat ramp and all the completed project was going to take close to a year to rebuild everything. I mean, concrete block bathrooms, his and hers bathrooms, big old buildings, had entire walls, concrete block walls that was just ripped out. Big chunks of asphalt just lifted up out of the concrete, 20-foot square chunks of asphalt just picked up off the ground and out of where the parking lot used to be. How much they've got done, I don't know. I haven't been there. How much truth there is to it being open partially, again, I don't know. I haven't been there. But we all know how hearsay goes. But anyway, catfish, goodness gracious. Skipjack right now is a rare necessity. It's a rarity. It's kind of hard to come by. At least it has been for me. 4 different bait shops I've contacted this afternoon, and we've been off and on different spots trying to catch some on the river and just haven't had no luck. Whether it's been with a chartreuse or a white or whatever color grub we try to use, or wiggle tails or fan tails, or even the Foley spoons, just ain't had no luck at it. So we trying, I guess we're going to mainly try to shoot for flatheads tomorrow and hope that them flatheads are not deep into a spawn to where they won't be biting, but their bite would be non-existent. Because it's looking like goldfish and bluegills about all I'm going to have to fish with tomorrow. So y'all say a prayer for us, kind of help us out there. You know, we all need that little extra urge every now and then, need a little extra boost of help. Alright, my other poles. Some of these, this one here is a, what's this called? A Shakespeare Stingray stick. No, it ain't. Shakespeare Sturdy Stick with my Abu Garcia 6500S Ambassador. Let me hold that up there and twist it around a little bit. I've had, Lord of mercy, I think I've had the reel about 3 years, and this rod, you can possibly see how discolored it's getting. See all that on there? Medium heavy. Some of the 6'6" rod. Set for 20 to 40 pound line, and that's what I've got on there. Is we've got 40 pound trilene. That green 40 pound trilene. Trilene. This is the one that I set up where I do what I would actually call a Sandy Cooper rig. I don't know whether I'm doing it properly or not. I've got, raise this up a little bit, I've got my barrel swivel here. You can see that. And what I'll do is I've got my main line coming into it. I'll take my hook line, my leader line will come off this other eyelet and come out to the hook again with the peg float. That last one I put a 8/0 hook on. This one, Catfish Busters 8/0 circle hook. This time I'm gonna go up one step and put a 9/0 offset circle hook. And again, as you turn it right, you see the offset on it. I think it feels like a pretty well designed hook to me. I mean, I ain't fished with it yet, but I kind of like what I'm feeling so far. And I'll find what I get with them. I have been sold for the last couple of years on Team Catfish. These Team Catfish circle hooks. So I figured it's about time to experiment a little bit and let's do a couple of reviews and see what, get my honest opinions, what I think about something. And so far I haven't fished with these yet, but I'm fairly impressed with what I'm seeing with them. Now this hook right here gives a prime example. If I can hold that thing right and turn it right, you can see that gap there. Maybe you can see it a little bit better there, but you can see that gap right there where that loop does not close completely up on that hook. Now that right there, it can cause a little bit of a problem. If your line gets caught in there, it can snap it. A lot of times I'll take a pair of pliers. There they are. Lord have mercy, a dog. I like to take a pair of pliers a lot of times, and I just try to see if I can kind of close that up a little bit more. I don't want to do it enough to really change the shape of the hook or nothing like that, mess up none of the offset or the bend on it. But let's get this leader made. This one I'm going to do a little bit. Well, it's not really going to do much different because it's still going to be the same way. I'm going to go in on the front of the hook and catch that tag line back there behind it and go counterclockwise. I'm going to snell this hook too. I love them snelled hooks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I made that messed up. 7, 8, 9. And then I bring the line back from the back of the hook back through the eye towards the front. And a lot of times I like to just let that kind of loop onto itself anyway. Alrighty, there's another right purty snail's hook. Now, peg float. You can use Demon Dragons. I've never used a Demon Dragon yet. One of these days I will. I'll try one, get rich and famous or something, be able to buy me one. Y'all ever start feeling sorry for me, y'all send me some of them things. I do my own reviews on them. Alright. This time, now I'm going to go ahead with the same clinch knot and get it put on there right quick. I'm getting a little bit of a rush here. I'm kind of anxious to get to my sinkers on this one because I'm doing my sinker. My weight's a little different. Let me get this clinch knot done right quick so I can jump in here and show y'all this. See, I'm not sophisticated. I'm not educated enough to do all this. Not with all these electronics to do all this fancy. Oh, excuse me. Get out of that garbage. Get out of there. Crazy dog. Lord have mercy. Anybody want a dog? I'm about ready to give him away. His name's Drogo. He's about crazy. Alright, anyway, getting to the exciting point here. For me, there we go. We're tied in. That's pretty much the same thing I did a while ago, but there's something missing there. I ain't got no sinker on it. Alright. I got a banana sinker here. It's a 4-ounce banana sinker. I ain't figured out how to peel it yet. I do a little different with them. Omniplex. That's that cheap stuff from Walmart with a crazy memory on it. 15 pound. It might be showing backwards. I don't know. But that 15 pound mono. I'll get to my same side of my swivel as my main line. And I'm going to tie it into the same side of the swivel as my main line. I'm going to use my Palomar knot on the sinker itself. Now, if I had an actual 3-way swivel, I would use that 3-way swivel. I've got a few of them there, but I kind of run out when we was getting these poles ready the other day. We put a new line on them. Now, a lot of times, or most time, when I do this Palomar nut, I like to give it one little extra hard knot right in there just for the grins and giggles of it. Then I'll do the same thing. I'll cinch knot it, do a cinch knot, or another Palomar right up here on the same, like I said, on the same end of the swivel as my main line. Now, whether that's right or wrong, I don't know. Y'all can tell me later. Y'all can tell me in the comments. I'm running that sinker through there. I'm doing this one as a Palomar. There we go. And then I do my one more little over under hard knot. Trim the tag. And there, you can't really see the line going to the sinker there, that 15 pound. But my reasoning for that, is simple. I've seen many times, noticed many times when I would get hung up, which I tend to do quite regular. Wrap that around that pole where it stay there. Now, I'm running out of room. A lot of times I get hung up, and it turns out it's my sinker that hangs me up, I do believe. Sometimes it's a hook, but I believe the majority of the time it's a sinker hanging up on some kind of debris, piece of structure, a rock, just a root. Because there's several times that I've had to tie like this. I notice I break more sinkers off than I do hooks when I do them like that. I'm working on a plan where I've been seeing a lot of videos online of people using rocks. Actual rocks for weights. I like saving $1, y'all, and I just kind of, excuse me, I need to drink tea. Good old-fashioned southern sweet tea. Ain't got nothing no better. Where was I? Rocks. Seeing people using rocks, taking rocks and stones and making weights out of them. I think that's a pretty neat little idea, a little ingenious idea there. Once I get figured out and get me a good little scale where I can weigh and get the rocks where I can want them. Might even try to take a little diamond bit drill and drill into some of them, put a little eyelet maybe with some epoxy or something in there to hold it in place. I've been known to use just about anything for weights. I've used nuts off old tractors and bolts. I've even bent the tabs down on spark plugs and throw them things out. Buddy, you talk about something like a splash, you'd knock a fish in the head with them things. But they done what their job. They seem a little they seem a little far-fetched, but they done the job they were supposed to do, which is hold that bait down and hold that line down where you can get you a good hook set. Of course, now I will say, during the time I was using all these fancy things like old spark plugs, we didn't have circle hooks then. Octopus hooks and offset circle hooks. All we had was the J hooks. And a lot of times then was ones that we've tried to clean off with a wire brush or something best we could, just so maybe they'd have a point on them. We've struggled over the years. All of us has at some point in time. That's part of life. We just learned how to adapt. I guess that's what makes us Southerners special. We learn how to adapt and persevere and survive. And that's what this is all about, having fun and surviving. Tournaments to go to, this tournament's a no-kill tournament. Everything caught has to be kept alive, weighed in alive, and returned back to the water alive. I don't like killing fish for no reason. I don't like killing catfish just for the sport of it. Now, everyone I do like to take some 5-6 pounds. I like to take to the house and make a sandwich out of them every now and then. Save a mess something back for a cookout with the family or something. Fish fry with the family. Yeah, I have no teeth. It makes it hard for me to talk right sometimes. But that's okay, because we have fun. To me, that's what the fish was put here for us to enjoy being able to catch and release, but also there for food, not just to kill them because we can. If we're going to have to kill them, let's try to do it where we're going to eat them or have a use for them. I'll catch bluegill. We got a little aerated bucket we keep bluegill in. And when the end of the day comes, we have any that's alive, they go right back into that water alive. I try not to harm. I try not to do any more harm than is absolutely necessary. And right now I'm harming myself, not to mention harming y'all's ears. Ooh, that was scary, wasn't it? Put that back on there. Right now I think I'm doing more harm to y'all's ears when my tank keeps getting tangled up. And more harm to my belly because I got some stew over in the microwave that's waiting on me to come get it out. So I'm fixing to go add to my fat collection, folks. We'll pop a couple videos up here tomorrow, see if we can get a few together. Maybe we can get lucky and get a big takedown or two on, or a little takedown. Well, maybe a little tap nibble. But anyway, whatever we can catch. See y'all tomorrow. It's Tommy with Antique Catfishing.